back to Tash Naturally Pilates. Today's session is a quick but spicy 25-minute lean arms and abs workout. Okay, we are using just your body weight to build heat, scalp definition, and leave you feeling strong and energized. Okay, no fluff, as I said, no equipment, just intentional movement. So let's get straight into it. The back of our mat. Make sure you're in the middle of your mat and then roll all the way down onto your back. Okay, we're going to start to warm up into the spine here. I want you to please bring your arms out to a T, palms are facing the floor. Okay, so palms are on the floor. Now I want you to heel toe your feet together. So now your feet are connected, your knees are connected. Inhale to prepare. Okay, we're going to relax head, neck and shoulders. Melt those shoulder blades into the mat. Just relax the stomach here for a second. Okay. I want you to start to drop the knees down to the right. Make sure they're staying connected with one another. But the main thing that I want you to notice is that your shoulder blades need to stay in contact with the mat. And you're just looking straight up to the ceiling, okay? So the lower half of your body is twisting. So we're twisting from the lumbar spine. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Once you feel like you can't drop your knees down to the right anymore without your left shoulder blade, so that's opposite shoulder blade. Once you feel like it's gonna lift, I want you to bring your left fingertips behind your head, so you're bending at that elbow. And then I want you to start to roll your body to the right. So we're gonna come to a sleeping position. This left elbow is now coming up to the ceiling. And then I want you, if you've come off your mat, just scoot yourself. Bend this right arm behind the head, okay? So now your right hand and your left hand are cradling your head. Your elbows are parallel from one another. Inhale to prepare here, okay? Exhale, we're gonna start to lift that top elbow up to the ceiling. Your eye line is following that top elbow. And now we're starting to move into the middle spine, okay? So your thoracic spine. Twisting open without your hips rolling back. And then you're going to close it all the way back. So don't be discouraged if you can't roll all the way back, okay? It's all the flexibility into the spine here. Some of you might be a bit tight because we don't really move much unless you do Pilates regularly in the spine. Or if you do gymnastics. And then roll back. My main point here is that I really want you to make sure that your pelvis is staying heavy. And both of your hip bones are just pointing forward. I don't want them to start to lift up to the ceiling at all, okay? They need to stay in this position. You're just moving this top elbow, which is causing you to move into your middle spine. So chest openers, yeah? Let's do 2 more. Again, allow the neck and the head to just be heavy, okay? They're super relaxed. Now on this last one, we're going to start to open up that top elbow to the ceiling. And as we feel like we can't move anymore, I want you to start to then roll the hips. Start to lift the knees up to the ceiling until you're on your back. Okay, adjust yourself now. And then open your arms out to a T. So we're going to do that onto the other side. Okay, so your feet and your knees are still connected. Need to roll your shoulders back, move them away from your ears. Inhale here, exhale. Let's drop the knees down to the left now. Making sure those shoulder blades are staying in contact with the mat the whole time. And now we're twisting from the lower part of our spine, the lumbar spine. You almost want to feel like you've glued your top half of your body to the mat, and the only thing that can move are your knees, and they can move from one side to the next. Dropping them down to the left. When you feel like you can't drop them anymore without your right shoulder lifting, bring your right hand behind the head. And then you're going to start to shift onto your left side. And then you can move your bum back. Sorry, my back is going to be to you. You're going to move your bum back so you're on the mat. And then bend your bottom arm, so cradle your head with both of your hands. Arms are going to be parallel, so elbows are going to be parallel from one another. Inhale here, exhale. Let's start to lift that top elbow, which is your right elbow, up to the ceiling. Now we're moving into the middle spine, the thoracic spine. And then we're going to close that book. Wonderful. Remember, both of your hip bones need to stay in this position. They do not move at all. And maybe you find, oh my gosh, this is a little bit easier than the other side. Completely normal. So now we're moving into the top part of our spine, the thoracic spine, which is actually your middle, if I needed to get super technical. Let's do 2 more. Making sure exhales you open, inhale when you stop, and then exhales you close. You've got 1 more like that, and then I want you to meet me on that left side. And then that's warm up, done. This is your last one. Meet me in the sleeping position. Bring one hand onto the mat, then the other, turn around, come to high plank position, okay? Now we're gonna get straight into today's workout. So hands are gonna go underneath the shoulders. You're dropping your glutes slightly so your body's at that diagonal. Spread your fingertips. Okay, we're on the tippy toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. We're gonna start to move to a pike. So you're gonna lift your hips up to the ceiling and you're gonna look to your toes. Your heels do not touch the mat at all. Ripple through your spine as if your spine was a wave crashing onto the shore. Drop your glutes slightly, come back to that high plank position. Okay, deep core stabilizers are working extra hard here now. Exhale, pike the hips up. We're using those lower abdominals to lift the hips up to the ceiling. Look to your toes. They ripple through the spine. Come back, high plank. Now your gaze is above your fingertips. Okay, so move. I want you to move quite slowly through this. This is our foundation. Then we're going to start to add a lot of layers. We're going to start to get into some arms, into some back. But mainly this is core and arms, okay? Lifting those hips up to the ceiling. Core engaged the whole time. So I don't want you to relax your belly down to the mat at all. Zip up those peggy. Can we go for 4 more? 3 more. We're going to start to add in some arms. Woo, my abdominals. Last one, come to that high plank position. Let's add. Elbows are going to go out to the side. You're going to lower, 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 lower. Core still engaged. Lower, 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 lower until you're on your stomach. Untuck your toes. Bring your legs to a hover. Then keep your hands where they are. Start to press into your hands and lift your chest. Okay, your neck is staying in line with your spine. So don't look up to the ceiling. You're looking just in front of you. Core engaged. Press your hips into the mat. And then I want you to lower your chest first. Look to the mat. Tuck the toes. All of the weight into the hands as you press all the way up. High plank. Okay. Woo. Then pike. Looking to the toes. Ripple through the spine. And then we're going to slowly come down to that push-up. Slowly, slowly. Core engaged. Don't need to relax to the mat. Until you lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, lift them, bring to a hover, press into the hands, and you're going to look just to the front of you. Core engaged the whole time. We do not relax it. Come down, tuck the toes, press all of the weight into your hands as you lift all the way up. Oh my gosh, my shoulders and my arms. Hold, high plank. Then we're going to pike. Okay, we're going to move a little bit faster now. Let's get that heart rate up. And then we're going to ripple through the spine. Lower, lower, lower. Elbows can come out to the side. Lower down. Untuck toes. Bring those legs to hover. Press into the hand. You look just in front of you. Now, if your lower back is starting to take some strain, you can just look to your mat. Just lift your chest slightly. You don't have to come all the way up. Okay? Tuck the toes. Press all the way up. High plank position. Pike. Lift those hips, look to the toes. Ripple through the spine. We're going to start to add, okay? So next time, we're going to come onto our chest. Your legs are going to come up onto that hover. Now I want you to reach your arms behind you. Palms are facing the ceiling. Lift your chest. So now I want you to just pinch your shoulder blades together, okay? We're getting into some back now. You should also feel your triceps engaged. Lift it up. Then lower the chest down. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Press all the way up. High plank. Okay, let's go. Pike. Ripple through the spine. High plank. Slowly, slowly, slowly moving down to that push-up. Onto the stomach. Untuck toes, lift. Reach arms behind you, palms are facing the ceiling. Core engaged, pinch your shoulder blades together. Woo! And then hands come underneath shoulders, tuck the toes, press all the way out. Oh my gosh, my arms. Okay, let's pack. You got 2 more like that. You are doing so well. A lot of coordination today, which is really good. Really great for challenging the mind. You've got 1 more like that. Pike it up. Ripple through the spine. And then you're going to meet me on your stomach. Lower all the way down. Untuck toes. Lift there. And if you can, bring your arms out. Palms are facing the ceiling. Hold it there. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Don't tuck your chin in towards your chest. Okay, you're looking just above your mat. Really pinch your shoulder blades together. Dig your hip bones into the mats. Slight engagement of the glutes. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. And you can press back into a child's pose. Opening out the knees, bring your hands, try reach to the other side. Raise your forehead onto the mat. And then you can ripple through the spine and you can come onto your right side, okay? Right forearm is gonna go down. We're gonna work into some side planks and we're gonna get into some more arms. Okay, so right elbow under right shoulder. And I want you to bend your knees, make sure that your heels are in line with your glutes. Pull up from your waist. This top hand, okay, I want you to place it onto your top hip. Inhale here, exhale. We're gonna start to lift this bottom waist up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna lower it back down, okay? Exhale, lift it up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower down. Now, your top hand is rested on your hip. But if you feel like it could help you, because a lot of people actually struggle to engage into the side, into their obliques, okay? So if it's helpful, you can take this top hand and you can place it on your bottom waist, okay? And I want you to push your hand to lifting your bottom waist up to the ceiling and you can lower it down. If that helps with the engagement, try it, see if it works. Lift it up. My husband did this and it actually worked for him. So top hand's gonna go on your bottom waist, lift it up. Lower it down. So we're getting into those obliques, specifically the right. Now if you're starting to feel it in your right shoulder, that means you're not engaging your core. Okay, so switch the glutes on, switch the core on. Once you find like you've got that movement, you can remove that hand from the waist and you can place it onto your hip. We're gonna go for 4, we're gonna start to add. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last one, we're gonna start to extend this top leg as we come to that side plank. Lift those bottom waist, extend the leg. Okay, then we're gonna close it back down. And extend that top leg. Woo, just add a challenge here. Still breathing. I want you to open up the chest. Don't let this top elbow, this top shoulder roll in, okay? Open it up. We're gonna go for 3. Ooh, bottom waist. If you're starting to feel in your bottom glute, that's also normal. Last one. Hold that leg extended. Hold, 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 hold. Reach this top arm up to the ceiling. We start to thread the needle, okay? So this top hand is gonna go underneath the bottom. I'm gonna thread it all the way up. We're keeping the hips up. Exhale, thread it. Inhale, lift. Now I want you to make sure that you're not closing that top hip down. So that those hips need to start, they need to face me the whole time. You're doing so well. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold those hips up? Hold, hold, hold. Make sure that that leg is staying in line with that hip. For 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Lower it all the way down. Still staying on the right side. I want you to take this bottom arm, which is your right arm, and I want you to hug your chest. So now this arm is wrapped around your rib cage. You're gonna lower all the way down onto your side. This top hand, I want you to place it in front of your chest. Okay, so we're gonna start to work into this left arm. Okay, inhale here, your legs are still bent. Exhale. Let's start to place all of the weight into this left hand. We're gonna lift ourselves up. And then we're gonna lower all the way back down. Woo! I'm just gonna move a little bit to to the back of my mat because I've actually shifted a bit. And exhale, press, press, press. And lower it all the way down. Okay, so some important notes here. Make sure that your neck is not bending every time you lift it up, okay? So your neck is glued, it's attached to your spine, okay? So it's in the same line as your spine. I don't want it to move at all because then you're just gonna put some extra tension onto your neck and you really don't want that, okay? So find a space in your house where you can just stare at that space the whole time. And if it's gonna keep your neck in line with your spine, keep staring at it, okay? All we're doing is pressing all of the weights into this top hand and we're lifting ourselves up and we're lowering all the way back down. Your core still engaged here. Let's go for 4. Let's start to add. Can you extend your top leg long? If it's too much with the leg extended, keep it bent. We're gonna go for 3. Woo! Don't let that top leg move at all, it's glued in space. Last 2, we're gonna hold it halfway. Last 1, can you hold it halfway with the arm? I know. 4, how is that left tricep? 3, 2, 1, let's start to pulse into this arm. Okay, so you're still pulsing halfway. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down, bend the leg. Woo! And come on to your backs. Okay, let's get into some more ab work before we move on to the other side. Hands are gonna go on either side, palms are on the mat. Let's float one leg into a tabletop and then the other. Melt your entire spine into the mat. If you need to make it easier, you can connect your feet and your knees together. That should take some pressure off of the lower abdominals. But if you're feeling strong, keep that hip width gap. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, I want you to extend your right leg. Make sure that your back is still staying in contact with the mat. And then I want you to bend it in. Repeat. Exhale, extend it as low as you can without your lower spine taking strain and without your lower spine lifting off of the mat. And bend it in. Okay, so challenging our lower abdominals here. And bring it in. Make sure that your abdominals aren't doming. So you really want to engage. Bring your navel to your spine here. Zip up those pair of jeans. We're going to go for 4. We're going to start to add. For 3. Hand can come behind the head. The last 2, you can intertwine the fingers if that feels comfy. As you can keep them on the forehead. Last one, next time your leg comes to that tabletop, okay, we're going to start to lift head, neck and shoulders, extend the right leg at the same time. And then bend it back in, lower head, neck and shoulders. Exhale, lift. So we're just adding a lift of the head, neck and shoulders. Making sure the elbows are staying wide. You're looking just above your knees to maintain that space between the chin and the chest. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Keep head, neck and shoulders lifted. Extend your right leg. Hold. Hold, hold, hold. Now, we're going to start to twist to the right. So we're bringing that left elbow to the right. We're going to come to center. Exhale, twist. Come to center. Exhale, twist. So you should feel your right oblique switch on automatically. Your elbow is staying glued in space. Okay? You are moving. The oblique is doing the work here. Make sure that your hips are not moving. So I don't want them to be lifting off of the mat. Same with this left leg. It's glued. Both your legs are glued actually. Now, if it's too much with your right leg, extend it at this very low position. You're more than welcome to bring it up to a 45 or even to a 90, okay? Listen to your body. Figure out what it needs, what feels good. Movement is supposed to feel good. It's also here to challenge us, not to make us feel uncomfortable. We're here for 4. Let's go for 3. Woo! Last 2. Last one, hold it to the right. Hold, hold, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Bring that leg into the tabletop and rest head, neck and shoulders down. Okay? You can keep your hands where they are. If you want, you can bring them to either side of your body. We're going to start to extend the left leg. So we're going to straighten to the other side. We're going to bend it back in. Make sure this right leg is not moving the whole time. Now, if it's too much with this right leg in the tabletop, more than welcome to bring it onto the mat and continue extending and bending into this left leg. Just making sure that we still got those pair of jeans zipped up. Now, if you want a bit more, bring the hands behind the head. Continue extending and bending into that left leg. Every time that left leg bends, it meets the right, okay? It doesn't go past at all. Your lower back is staying in contact with the mats. Let's go for 3. We're gonna start to add head, neck, and shoulders. Last 2. Oh, my lower abdominals. Last one. Lovely. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Extend left leg long. Bend it back in. Head, neck, and shoulders rest on the mat. Exhale. You can fit a peach underneath your chin. Okay, so make sure you're looking just above your knees or to the ceiling to help maintain that space. How are you feeling? You feeling good? Or are you hating me? You're doing so well. You showed up today. That's the most important part. Let's go for 4. Woo! Let's go for 3. Only lowering that leg as far down as you can without your lower back lifting. Last 2. On this last one, keep head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Keep that lower leg at that place that is comfortable for you. Inhale here, exhale. Let's start to twist to the left, come to center. Ooh. Twist to the left, come to center. Twist to the left, come to center. So now we're going to switch on that left oblique. Elbows are staying wide. Ooh. Scoop your abdominals in. You're here for 4. Then we're going to hold it to the left. For 3. Woo, don't let those hips rock. Last 2. I'm starting to get the shakes. Last one, hold to the left. Hold, hold, hold. You're here for 4. 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Come to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Oh my word, you can rock from side to side. Just massage that lower spine. And then I want you to come onto your left side. Now, for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. Okay, so we're going to come onto left forearm. We have the left elbow underneath left shoulder. Knees are bent. They're in front of your hips almost. We'll add a bit of a diagonal actually, at like a 45. And your heels are in line with your glutes. Top hand's going to rest on your hip. Inhale to prepare here. Exhale. Let's start to lift that bottom waist up to the ceiling, and then we're going to lower it back down. Now remember, you can use this top hand. You can place it on your bottom waist, and you can almost lift that bottom waist up if that helps engage your lower waist a bit more. So that helps engage your left oblique. Okay. So coming into the last little bit of your class. Not much longer. Just make sure you are focusing on your breath, okay? Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. I promise it helps. Now, if you want to advance this a little bit more, can you start to extend that top leg? And then we're going to bend it back in. Extend your top leg. Bend it back in. Extend it out, making sure it's in line with that top hip. And lower it back down. Really making sure that our belly does not go soft at all. This top shoulder, open it up. Don't let it roll in. We're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, hold that leg extended, hold. Reach its top arm out to the ceiling. We're gonna start to thread the needle. Okay, so we're gonna bring that top hand underneath the bottom, and then we're gonna lift it up. Okay, so we're bringing that hand underneath that bottom armpit, and then we're lift it up, making sure that both of your hips are still pointing towards me the whole time. So now we are twisting at the middle spine like we did at the start. Let's go for 4. Last 3. Ooh, how's that bottom glute? Last 2. Last one, hold it up, hold. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that leg, lower it all the way down. Okay, this bottom arm, I want you to hug yourself. So bring it around your rib cage. Lower all the way down. This top hand, place it in front of your chest. If you've moved a bit off of your mat, like me, move back on, so at least you're a little bit comfy. Make sure your neck's in line with your spine. Inhale here, exhale. Let's start to press all of that weight into the hand that's on the mat. And we're gonna lift our chest up. And we're gonna lower it all the way back down. Ooh, those triceps. Exhale. Your core is engaged. Lower all the way back down. You're doing so good. Remember to find that space in your house that you can just stare at to make sure that your neck stays in line with your spine the whole time. Now, if you want to advance this movement, can you extend that top leg? Keep it there the whole time. And are you still going to just continue with that same movement? Lifting and lowering. Really spreading your fingertips of that hand that's on the mat. Let's go for 4. You're getting into final little bits of the class, okay? Find that energy, that the last remaining energy that you have. Find it, stick with it. You're here for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold it halfway? Hold, 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 hold. Make sure that that leg that's extended is not moving. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna give me pulses. Let's go. Tiny pulses here, tiny pulses here. Top leg's not moving. This arm's doing all of the work. You're here for final 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down, bend that leg. Oh my gosh, well done. Well done, well done. Press all the way up. You can zigzag your legs, or if it's more comfortable, you can bend your legs, come to a seated position. Place your right hand onto the mat. Let's lift. Left arm up and over. Look under your armpit. Bending into this right arm, making sure that both of your sit bones are on the mat. Feeling the stretch all along that left side. Ooh. Catch your breath. Have a sip of water if you need. And then let's bring this left arm onto the mat. Lift the right arm. Looking under your armpits to the ceiling. Making sure that both your sit bones are staying grounded on the mat. You're here for 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Well done, you absolutely smashed today. If you loved this content and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. New dynamic Pilates classes are every Monday and Friday. I'll see you on the mat.